give advice in private. This is where we begin. So if we notice something in someone that in our classes, in our dorms, or whatever situation that we're in the future, or for those who are following any other situations we might have, the best way to advise is in private. And if we can do so indirectly, that's even better. Privately and indirectly, okay? And we only move to a more explicit type of advice when we feel that it is needed. So if indirect doesn't work, then we can be a little bit more direct and explicit. And anything that we can do in private, we do that before we go into public. Unless it is a situation where someone has said something that could affect all of those who are there that need some type of correction or some type of direction, then that's slightly different. Okay, so again, there's a lot of nuance in all these situations, but these are principles that we then have to apply. Generally speaking, the more private it is, the more indirect it is, the better. And depending upon what is transpiring, that we can move to something that's a little bit more direct and public. Just as the foundation is one of gentleness, and then we only move to something that's a little bit more firm to the extent that there's a need. But the more we can begin in this way, that gentle, private, indirect, the better. Okay? And then you might even ask questions and not even mention something specific and so forth. And you might mention something good about them before then bringing up something else. Like, I really like how you did this, right? How could, and ideally, we reach a level of brother and sisterhood and an openness where we can be actually very open with each other in ways where it doesn't hurt our feelings. And think about Sayyidina Umar al-Khattab. He actually summoned Salman al-Farisi and said, is there anything that I do that reached you that you disapprove of? Allahu Akbar. I mean, he's the one who said, may Allah have mercy upon someone who gifts me my faults. Rahimahullah Imran, yani ahda. Yani is to give a hadiyah, a gift. Ilayya uyubi. The Sahaba were aqwiya, they were strong. Yani they would reach out to people and ask them. And Sayyidina Salman didn't want to respond. That he was insistent, Sayyidina Umar, and he said two things. One is that he would wear one garment during the day and one garment at night. He'd have two different garments. And the other one is that he'd have more than one condiment that he would eat with his meal, like with his bread. He says, as for these two things, faqad kufituhuma, that I no longer do them. Have you heard anything else? No, khalas. These shows how these people were. Now, we don't want to try to act like we're at a level that we're not, but if we can reach that point where we can advise each other openly, when we're not holding grudges and we're not, thinking about people and developing hatred for people because they gave us a piece of advice and so forth, this is where we want to get. But unfortunately, that we're quite immature when it comes to these things. So we put everything ultimately in its proper place. Okay? Allahumma salli ala. So approaching the situation with sincerity, wisdom, and tact. This is a beautiful word. Being very careful about what is it that we say and how it is that we present it. No, but certainly there are times when people say certain things in public that it has to be clarified publicly. No.